everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, and welcome to the weird and wonderful musical world of DALEK I Love You. Now, DALEK I Love You was a synth pop band from Wirral, England, back in the late 70s. They actually formed in 1977. For years, I thought they were actually from Liverpool, but I guess Liverpool is a nearby town, or maybe it's part of the whole Merseyside thing, so it's pretty darn close, so I guess I wasn't totally off. Well, the band was actually started by Alan Gill, David Balfe, and Dave Hughes. They've had members go through the band. The very early lineup included Andy McCluskey and Martin Cooper, who later went off and formed OMD after a couple weeks, I think, just as members of DALEK I Love You. Now, what makes DALEK I Love You weird? There's a lot of things that make this music weird, but I say that in a very positive way. It's just a term that, I'm associated with these bands that are unconventional, I guess maybe you could say. Maybe in their minds, they're playing conventional music. They were a band that created music that was avant-garde, post-punk, synth-pop, minimalist. They actually scored a couple minor hits in the UK because the UK charts were really open to this kind of music, a little more than the American charts. In fact, DALEK I Love You only released 2 albums in their career, and neither of them were released in the US. I don't even think a track ended up on a compilation over here. But like Alan Gill joined Teardrop Explodes for a brief time during a break in DALEK I Love You, and he co-wrote their song Reward, which is a very popular song. And like I said, Andy McCluskey and Martin Cooper from OMD went off onto other projects, including OMD. Chris Hughes, who was Merrick in Adam and the Ants, and Adam and the Ants producer, he was part of DALEK I Love You. Now, David Balfe left the band before they released their debut album, but he eventually joined a couple bands, and then he formed Food Records, which was the label that signed Blur and a lot of bands in like the late 80s, early 90s. Very, very popular label. But let's talk about DALEK I Love You. As I said, the music, very left of center, very eclectic, experimental synth pop. Now, in 1978, they had a song called Freedom Fighters that caught the attention of a major label, I believe Phonogram. They signed and they put out a couple singles, and then they released the album Kum'pass, or Kum'pass, however you want to pronounce it. And this is the reissued cover. But it was interesting because the label, when they put the album and the singles out, they shortened the band name without the band knowing. So originally they were performing under the band name DALEK I Love You, and then when the label started putting their records out, they changed it to just DALEK I. And this album here is so incredibly odd and wonderful and melodic, but as I said, it is left of center. This is not something that would have attracted top 40 commercial radio here in the U.S. Now, of course, college radio stations, alternative radio stations would have played it had it been released in the U.S., and this has since become one of those classic, influential albums that not a whole lot of people got to hear, but it has been reissued, and this CD actually contains, I think, like 4 bonus tracks, including the single Heartbeat, which was released under the name DALEK I Love You. That's the first time I saw them under that band name. I had no idea. I was 16, 17 when all this stuff came out, and there was no internet to find out what was going on. Now, the one thing I want to talk about with this album is there's a song called The World on it, and I remember putting the needle down, listening to it, and again, I was kind of surprised, taken aback, because when I bought this, I didn't know what they sounded like. I just wanted to listen to new music, and I knew that they were from the Liverpool area, and it just sounded really interesting to me, and I was taking a chance. So I put the needle down, and I fell in love with it, but it was odd, and of course I like odd stuff. So I'm listening to the song The World, and the main chorus is going, "This is a song about the world." And then by the time the song's almost completely faded out, the last line is, "That was a song about the world," which I thought was funny. I mean, being a 16, 17-year-old kid, brought it over to my friend Chuck's house, played it. He thought it was funny. And that's always the song that is brought up when we talk about this album. Now, it may not be as funny to people today as it was for us back then. I'm still laughing about it. But you might be able to hear a little bit of that if you hang around for the forthcoming medley. Now, the band sort of split, or splintered, I should say, for several years, but they returned in 1983 with the album DALEK I Love You. Now, this album has more great songs, Horoscope, Holiday in Disneyland, lots of great stuff on here, but it's beefier. It's much more produced, much more rhythmic, but still very weird and still very wonderful. Great band. Alan Gill does not sing as much on this album. He's the only constant member throughout their entire career. There was actually an album that came out after this, I think 85, that was cassette only. So I've never actually even heard that. So I'm just focusing on the two albums that I'm showing you, Kum'pass and DALEK I Love You. It is stuff that you have to listen to a couple times, but it rewards you with every single listen. Different layers, you're going to hear different things. You can play this and love it, put it away, pull it out a month later, listen to it again, and it's going to offer you different types of pleasures. So it's really absolutely fascinating. They're barely known here in the U.S., but they do have their supporters, such as myself. And what am I going to do now? I'm going to play you a medley. I have taken some songs off of each of the two albums because I want to introduce you to the weird and wonderful musical world of DALEK I Love You. Let's give this a listen, and I will see you on the other side.
So this is the world. This is a song about the world. This is a song about the world. Now I'm walking down my street, say hello to the people that I meet. What's this I see? Looks like a group of vandals. Say hello to the freedom fighters. Why did you wake me? I was fast asleep. Did you really have to bother me? I really don't care what your kids have done. You must be bringing them up wrong. Good times. Good times. Good times. Yeah, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh yes, you really got me now. You've got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. All you people spinning round just who will agree with me. Now I believe the world's gone. I feel quite sure that the world's gone mad. Oh, darling, I love you. Darling, I love you. We're going to save the world. We're going to change your world. Well, darling, I love you.
Well, that's it. I hope this inspires you to track down music by DALEK I Love You. And yes, the group's name is inspired by the Daleks from Doctor Who. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.